Well, hi there, everyone. It's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. And it is cloudy. But I can see the moon right over there. I'm still getting my telescope set up, and I am hoping, against hope, that we're going to see enough of a break in the clouds that I'm going to give you a chance to see the conjunction. So I want you to bear with me just for a couple of minutes here while I finish aligning, doing just a really quick alignment on the telescope here. So just to explain to you, I guess, what I'm doing, I'm just going to come over here and adjust the camera just a little bit. So you might as well see what I'm doing too. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, as you can see, I've got the big scope and I've got a camera on the back end of it, which essentially is going to be my eyepiece for the night. So what I'm doing first is I'm going to, first off, I'm hoping that you're seeing me here. 1 second here, because I'm just seeing a blank screen there. And let me just get my phone out and go to my good friend YouTube and make sure that you're seeing something here. Software says that I'm live. Now the question is, can anyone out there see me here? So let's just go over to Twitter. And okay. Now the question is, I'm seeing something on Twitter, so I'm hoping that you're seeing this on YouTube as well. So I'm just going to mute this part here. And I'm going to keep talking like I'm actually talking to someone and praying that I'm actually talking to someone. So right now, the first thing I need to do is I need to aim up this telescope over at the moon so that once I've got it aligned onto the moon, I should be able to align it onto Jupiter and Saturn, assuming we get a chance to see them tonight. Oh, there we go. Well, that was pretty darn close. Now, let's just see how close I am in the camera. I'm going to wake up the camera here. And come on. You can do it. Okay, there's the moon. Enter, align. Okay, so that's part one out of the way. Now, part two is we're now going to point the whole thing over to Jupiter. And we're going to hope and see. Okay, so while it's doing that, first I want to thank you for joining me. As you can see, or you probably can't see from there, the sky is covered with gray clouds. And what gray clouds usually means is that we're not going to see a whole heck of a lot. But does that mean it is hopeless? No, it's not hopeless, because first off, this is going to give me a chance to talk to you a little bit about what exactly is happening. Okay, I'm just going to come back around again and readjust that camera. Okay, open this up here so you don't see the dirty part of my truck. Okay, so what exactly is happening tonight? Tonight is what's known as the Great Conjunction. And essentially what a conjunction is when two heavenly bodies, usually conjunctions, the ones that most people can see readily, are planets. And when they go into conjunction, what's happening is they're basically getting closer and closer and closer together in the sky. Now, this is not what I would call a rare occurrence, but this particular one has a certain rarity value to it. So first off, let's talk about what's different about this one. Well, these two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, go into conjunction approximately every 20 years, which basically means where we're positioned on our orbit and where they're positioned in their orbits, we have this sort of this line going along. And what happens about every 20 years, they come in fairly close. But what's unique about this one, why they're calling it the Great Conjunction, is because they're coming so close together that if the sky clears up, they're going to appear like one planet in the sky to the naked eye. How close are they getting? They're getting as close as 0.1 of a degree. So 1/10 of 1 degree. That's incredibly close. Now, when they talk about how close we are, the last time, there's some debate as to when's the last time we saw them this close. I've heard 400 years. I've heard 800 years. Both of those are a long, long, long time ago. But as I said earlier, I says, yeah, well, they go into conjunction every 20 years. Yes, they do, but not this close. And in fact, the next time they're going to be coming in this close is in the year 2080, as in 60 years from now. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm going to be around 60 years from now. And I definitely wasn't around 400 years ago. Don't let the white hair fool you. But so this is really my chance to see it. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to see it with my eyes today, but I will be able to see it online. So let's talk about, first off, exactly how does this happen? A lot of people, of course, are talking about, oh, well, they're so close, they're almost bumping into each other. Well, they're still about 5 million miles apart. It all has to do with our angle of view. And to show you how that works, let me just switch the view here to my iPad. Okay, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is a top-down look of our universe, our solar system. The 9 planets, yes, I do call Pluto a planet. Now this is, if we're looking from the top down. Now if we look from the side, you can see that all of those planets, with the exception of Pluto, who doesn't like to play with others very well, orbits around the sun on almost exactly the same plane. There's a little bit of a dip from here to there. Pluto itself goes on a really wonky orbit. And I think that's just bad planning on its part. That's probably one of the reasons why all those scientists said it's not a real planet, because it doesn't like playing well with others. I know there's other reasons for it. But okay, so that's the first thing going, I guess, in our favor is the fact that almost all our planets are on that very similar plane. So now if we zoom in close here, we take a look over at, oops, come back here. Here we are in the center of your screen, the Earth. Okay, so right now we got the Earth, there's Mars. Between us and the sun, we've got Venus and Mercury. But if we go a little further out, we zoom out and we're going to see, first we see Jupiter. Okay, there's Jupiter, that yellow circle. And then beyond Jupiter is Saturn. So when you're looking at these things, like, yeah, they're a ways away apart from each other. So how can we be seeing them so close together? It has to do with our angle. So to show you that, let's come back to Earth a little bit. We're going to zoom, we're going to angle this down here. Now you look, if you're looking along that plane, what's known as the ecliptic plane, the plane where basically the planets are orbiting along. If we look at what it looks like tonight, see what's happening. In the center you got Earth, and just above that you got Saturn, and Jupiter, I should say, and beyond that, above it is Saturn. And as you can see, what's happening? They're all coming into a nice little perfect alignment like that. So what we're seeing is, in this conjunction, what we're seeing is those planets are literally almost touching each other, visually, not physically. Now, normally in a conjunction situation, let's see if I can artificially create it. Normally in a conjunction, we'd be seeing something more like this, or maybe something more like this, assuming we had the Earth a lot more between where the Earth is right now and where Mars is on there. So that's what we normally see in a conjunction. So we're seeing them, they're close together in the sky. but they're not hugely close together. But because of the way the planets are aligning, as the saying goes, that's why we're getting that great conjunction. So the amazing thing about that is, of course, through a telescope, with the naked eye, let me just switch you back here. So with the naked eye, what it's going to appear is to look like basically two planets. I'm sorry, one planet. One really, not really bright, but no brighter than normally it would be. But Saturn is sort of tucking in a little behind it. If you've got really good eyesight, you might be able to make out Saturn, but generally the brightness of Jupiter is sort of going to overpower that. Now, if you happen to be somewhere where the sky is clear, what you're looking for is the southwestern sky looking towards the southwest and above the horizon, approximately, well, for where I am in Saskatchewan, which is latitude 51 and a bit, it's roughly about 10 degrees above the horizon. Now, how do you measure degrees? It's real simple. You just literally make yourself a fist, hold it out arm's length, and put the bottom of your fist on the horizon, and the top of your fist up here is roughly going to be 10 degrees. So that's how you can measure 10 degrees with your hand. So basically, if I was seeing it here, I'd be going like this on the horizon, and that's where I'm going to be seeing Jupiter. As you can see right now, that's roughly where my telescope is pointing. And maybe, if I'm very lucky, it's going to actually point to it actually opening up. So that's what this fuss is all about. Now, a lot of people are talking about, oh, it's the Christmas star. It's coming back at Christmas time. Well, it happens to be this year. Oh, geez, my hat is in really rough shape. I'm just looking here. Okay. It just happens to be coming in the month of December. Is this what the Star of Bethlehem was? Who knows? Who knows? Only God knows that. Even scientists haven't been able to predict that far back as to what was taking place in the sky. It could have been a comet, it could have been a conjunction, it could have been a nova, it could have been a miracle. But depending on your belief systems, for me, anything that happens in this universe is truly a miracle. So whether that miracle happens to be a star, a comet, a conjunction, or God just flipping on the light switch, either way, they're all miracles to me. So enough about that argument. So before we go too further, the other thing I want to talk about is how can you see this if the sky is not clear where you are? Well, it's very simple. Go onto the internet, go to Google, and just literally do a Google search of live stream view or conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter live. You will find that there are a lot of different organizations, observatories, and groups around the world who've been watching this and are still watching it, who may have clearer skies than I am. And they're doing exactly what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to say at this point is I'm going to sign off pretty quickly here. If something does appear, I'm going to come back online and I'm going to live stream it. But in the meantime, what I want you to do is definitely take a look online to see if you can find something, but as well at 5:40 Central Time. One of the events that's happening is actually a global event, and it's a global star party where it started this morning and it's working its way around the world as the sun is essentially working its way around the world. This morning, for example, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was seeing the conjunction happening in the Philippines. They had beautiful blue skies, and there was an astrophotographer there just around sunset who was sharing his view of the conjunction. And here comes some traffic. So definitely that particular one is happening, and it's ongoing right now. If you tune in at 5:40 Central, which is roughly about 25 minutes from now, you're going to see me doing a little presentation. Hi there.
How are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Good.
Hi, folks, just hang on. I'm just doing a live stream right now.
Okay.
Yeah, waiting to see if the clouds are going to clear because we got the conjunction, the Jupiter and Saturn meeting up in the sky.
Right,
But
I knew that. I just saw your scope or whatever you got going on there. You don't mind if I take a quick picture?
oh no, go right ahead. Please do. Absolutely.
I'm out here for the same purpose.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, it doesn't look like, well, we might have some luck. The clouds are thinning out over there a little bit.
That's
So
what I said as soon as I came outside and saw the moon. Well, there's a slight chance.
you never know.
Well, good luck.
All right, you too. Take care. Clear skies. So if you go to, what was I going to say? What if you go to the website? Sorry, got a brain fart here all of a sudden. I cannot believe this. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I had it in the tip of my head, the tip of my tongue, and that fellow who's out doing the same thing I'm doing right now, chasing it down. Explore, that's it. Go to explorescientific.com, all one word, explorescientific.com, and on their front page, if you scroll down, there are links to get you to that global star party. And in about 15 minutes time, 20 minutes time, I'm going to be doing just a brief little 5-minute presentation on astronomy in Saskatchewan so that the people around the world can see that not everyone has got blue skies and lovely, sunny, warm climates. Some people have to bundle up for the weather. So on that happy note, I'm going to sign off for the moment. If we do get to see this conjunction, I will be coming back online again and hopefully having something to share with you. So clear skies, everyone. Take a look online and see if you can find it. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I'm going to see something here too. Take care and clear skies.